A lot of people have not yet converted their mix into Acuity. So I'm just going to give you a short tutorial showing you the best way to do that. So the first thing you need to do is to have an Acuity account. And the best way to do that is to use the Polkadot browser extension. So you need to go to polkadot.js.org and click on extension, and then install the correct extension whether you're running Chrome or Firefox. So we can see the extension up here. And then what I recommend you doing actually is click on Open Extension in New Window. Okay, so we now have our browser extension. So we want to create an account for Acuity. If we go to polkadot.acuity.social, then you can go to the accounts section and you'll see that you don't have any accounts yet. So if we go to the extension, go to plus, create new account. So you want to make sure you store these 12 mnemonic words very carefully. So this is essentially your private key. Okay, we save that. Then network, allow use on any chain. Give your account a name, and then let's give it a password. Okay, so we now have a test account, and at this point it's also a good idea to export the account. So what this means is you have the account in the form of a file that you can back up. And so the file is encrypted with your password. So what this means is you can either you can keep the mnemonic phrase in a very secure place, like in a safe, but then you can also back up the file on various media, and that's encrypted with the password. Okay, so we're now going to go back to polkadot.acuity.social, and we'll just give this page a short reload. So the account should now be visible in the Polkadot web app. Okay, there it is. So now there's a new menu item, claim tokens. So this is where you go to claim your ACU tokens from your mix. So you need to select the new account that you want your tokens to be claimed into, and you click continue. And then at this point you need the mix address, which is also an Ethereum address that your mix was originally held in. So we're going to use my Ether wallet for this process. Just one moment. Okay, so we go to myetherwallet.com, access wallet. Now, if you do have your ledger connected and working properly, you should be able to click on this option. I'm going to show you another way to do it, but a lot of what I show you should be applicable if you use the ledger directly. So I'm going to click on this software option. It says not recommended. That is because this is hosted on myetherwallet.com, and potentially if this website was compromised, then your keys could be compromised. If you're only storing mix in these accounts, then you don't really need to worry too much. If you are storing other cryptocurrencies, then you might, on the same accounts, you should maybe be more concerned. And so either you can install a local version of my Ether wallet, or you can actually you can move the other cryptocurrency into other accounts. Okay, so this option has three options. You can use a key store file, you can use a mnemonic phrase, or a private key. So to start with, we're going to use the key store file. So here is an example of a key store file that holds some mix. So I'm just going to enter the password for that file. We click Access Wallet. Okay, and of course it says there's no Ethereum because there's only Mix in this account. So we need to determine the Ethereum or Mix address of this account. So we go to Send Transaction and then click on Transfer ETH, and it will give you the address here. So we can click Copy. We then go back to the Claims app and we paste in that address and click Continue. And it will then generate this message to sign. So we copy that. And now we go down to Message, Sign Message. We paste in the message to sign, click Sign, and it gives us the output. So we copy that. We go back to the Claims app and we paste it in. And then you will see that the Confirm Claim button is not yet active. So that's because there are two things wrong with what we have received from my Ether wallet. So the first thing is that the message is actually, it's been converted into hexadecimal. So we need to convert that back into text. So you just copy it again from up there. You can select the hexadecimal and then you paste. And then the other problem is that the signature that my Ether wallet generated, it is in hexadecimal as it should be, but it doesn't start with 0x. So you just need to put in 0x like that, and we can see that confirm claim is now there. So we click on that, and it will tell us that this account has some Acuity that can be claimed. So I'm now going to click on that, and hopefully everything works correctly. So this transaction does not require any fee. So we'll just wait for this transaction to get completed. So it seems like that has worked. So we have a claim, a balance has been endowed, and we can see that the account now has the Acuity. So we have successfully converted some Mix into Acuity. Okay, so that is the option if you actually have a key file, but it may be that you actually have a mnemonic phrase either from your Ledger wallet or from Coinomi. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So we go back to my Ether wallet, and we need to log out. And then again, we go to Access My Wallet, Software, we go to Mnemonic Phrase. And so this is where you can enter your mnemonic phrase from Ledger, for example. Paste that in, click Next. Okay, and so it has now generated all of the addresses for the Ethereum network. So we're just going to switch that to Mix. So my Ether wallet still knows the derivation path for Mix blockchain. And so these should all be the correct Mix addresses for your ledger. And it may be that you have Mix stored in more than one address on your ledger. So you should really go through these one by one until you find that there's no more Acuity to be claimed. So for example, we'll start with address 0. The network doesn't actually matter. Access wallet, and then we just do the same thing as before with the key store. So you need to be able to copy the address. So same thing. So the problem is if you have your mnemonic phrase from Coinomi, then you'll actually you won't be able to do it this way. So I'll show you why. We go to mnemonic phrase. So let's paste the mnemonic phrase in again. Now I'm just going to bring up the some little derivation paths here. So this is the derivation path for mix on ledger. So you can see the N is the account number. So that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. On Coinomi, in my experience, they just leave that out, and you just have this shorter derivation path. And so this creates a little problem. So let's say we want to add that path like this. So let's call it, say, Coinomi mix. We try to add that path. Well, it says that already exists. That's mix blockchain. So maybe we leave out the final component, and then maybe it will add it back in. Let's see if that works. No, that doesn't work either. So it seems that my Ether wallet, it's not able to use the derivation path from Coinomi in this example. So the solution is to use another mnemonic code converter. So this one is at iancoleman.io. You can click on site. And then here we will just paste in the same mnemonic. And then we can select mix here. Okay, and then we have the same problem. We have this extra /0. So we want to enter our own custom derivation path. So we'll enter the Coinomi derivation path for mix. And again, we have the same issue with the extra 0. So we can remove it here. And then it will be added back in here. So this should be your mix address from your Coinomi wallet. And then if we scroll sideways, we can get to the private key. So we copy that. We then go back to my Ether wallet. We choose private key. We enter the private key here. And then from here, you can sign the transaction and claim your Acuity. So I hope that clears it up for a lot of people. If you have any more problems, please get in touch on Discord or Telegram. Thanks very much.